On today's show, we're going to look at some interesting photos of the potential 2024 Toyota Tacoma. That is right, so let's do this right now. What is going on, everybody? My name is David Boyd and I'm an auto journalist, and I like to cover a lot of mid-size trucks. And 2023 year is going to be the year of the mid-size trucks, bleeding into 24, which we're going to see with this vehicle. And I'm pretty excited about it. We got a lot of new vehicles coming out. We had the new Frontier popped out. We got the Twins. We got the Colorado and the Canyon about to drop any day now. We've got a Ford Ranger, which got a Raptor version about to drop right now. And also we've got some details about this new 24 Tacoma. So if you like the Tacoma, you're gonna want to see these. Now, from what we can see with the movie magic, when we go pow right there, you can see that this is the rear of the vehicle. It looks very proportionate to what we currently see in the Tacoma, which I like. I don't like when they just like drastic change. And fingers crossed it doesn't end up looking like a full size or a miniature version of the Tundra, but that's okay. These things, like I said, this still looks, there's very design cues to it. If you look at the taillights, very Tundra-like, except not, right? The wheels, you know, the arches of it, the big kind of shoulders of the wheel arches, very Tundra-like, but not. Right? Still, there's still like some design traits of the current Tacoma in this thing, which I do like a lot. As you can see, here's the other side of the truck. Once again, the tailgate, everything looks cool about it. I do like that we don't see stamped Tacoma in the bed of this thing, because Toyota brought that out. Everybody else followed them, and then I'd like to see Toyota sort of go away from that. It's kind of brawny, it's cool, but everybody does it now, and I'm kind of just over it, to be honest. I kind of like just put a badge on the back of this thing. Of course, these are patent photos that we're looking at right now, and they're from a Brazilian patent, which is, you know, kind of strange to me. But if this is giving us true hints of what the next Tacoma will look like, I'm all for it. Now, if you look down, I love all the just the shoulders enough to this thing. Now, I would say this would probably be a TRD Pro version because it's very off-road oriented. If you looks to be kind of an off-road tire, the wheels look very off-road, very TRD if you look at those wheels. I really do like it. Once again, I love, if this is true for the US market, I love that Toyota is so smart about off-roading that it's about ground clearance. And look at the rear bumper on this thing. They so tuck these things up, and all the other brands used to have a low-hanging fruit of a bumper, till Toyota started, like, showed them, hey, if you want to build an off-road truck, let's build an off-road truck. And so, you know, once again, it looks like to be plastic outlines around the wheel arches. So I kind of like that. Maybe it's allowing them to stretch it a little bit with probably a little bit wider, you know, offset for the wheels. Maybe, maybe not. Now let's get to the front of this thing, because this is where I feel like we've seen this vehicle before. And I'm not the first to say this, and I won't be the last to say this. This looks like, you remember about 6-7 months ago, Toyota was teasing their potential EV lineup. You know, they're like, hey, we got to get it in the game a little bit. Well, this truck looks like that truck, and I've got a photo. We can compare those, you know, down the couple minutes here. But if you look at the front end of this thing, I like that it still has some Tacoma to it, right? It still looks, you know, they didn't go crazy. Now with the Tundra, they had to go crazy. The Tundra's design was just well past its prime. It needed to go, and they wanted to kind of bring in some, you know, the design traits. Now, the lights have a hint of that, but they still have a current, you know, Tacoma. There's still a little bit of that in there. The grille is new, but it's not. Just a little hint in there. And we've looked like some LEDs that they're put in the grille, which I like. Some fog lights, maybe. It's hard to tell from this photo, but I do like the way this thing looks. Now, in my previous video, I talked about how Toyota is stretching the hood out on these things. Once again, this does look a little bit long, but I like the fact that it's just different enough. Now, I've seen some comments. I posted these photos on Instagram, and I did see some people commenting about, it's just too futuristic. You know, I hate these manufacturers are going all futuristic like this. And I'm like, this is just modern design. They're just taking it to the next level. And Toyota being, you know, an import company, generally the Japanese are pretty conservative. So they don't want to, if it's a home run, and Lord knows this truck is like, boom, a home run. They don't want to go too crazy on this thing, but the headlights do have just a little bit of throwback to that Tundra. I like the air vents in the kind of plastic fenders there. That's kind of interesting. Maybe they'll actually be for real for some cooling, get in there. You know, when you're not that you're on the trails, you're getting a lot of airflow through there, but it might help. So if we look at this photo right here, this is somebody had put this together, and it shows the current Tacoma with the kind of the outline of the next one. And if you can see, the proportions of this thing look pretty similar. Now we do know this is going to be on the new platform for the Tundra. This is on the Helix is on. They're kind of sharing a platform now, so nothing's going to be too crazy about this. But I'm hoping, because these wheels look better or larger than the TRD Pro that's below there, I'm hoping that we see Toyota finally get with it and put a larger tire on this. Give us the potential for a 35-inch tire. I think it's worked well with the Bronco. I think it's worked well with the Raptors. So kind of give us a little bit of a taste of that thing. Now for the creme de la creme. This is showing the EV alongside the this potential design, you know, patent of this design of this vehicle, and as you can see, very similar. Now I'm always want to use these are potential photos, so please don't go into this thing going, Dave, it's the same damn truck. Well, yeah, I mean, it kind of is the same damn truck, which is kind of interesting. Now you will look, if you look at the bed of it, you do see the gas cap or the gas door for it. You don't see it on the bottom one there. Interesting, because the bottom one is kind of an EV concept, but you do see some BF Goodrich KO2s on there, which is kind of cool, and maybe they'll add those quality off-road tires back on it. Now, talking to Toyota last year, I was talking to him and I was asking him, hey, why do you guys not put a better off-road tire on your TRD packages? And he's like, it comes down to that first 6-month review. We always get dinged if you put an aggressive AT on them. He goes, road noise. So we don't like to do that. We know our customers are probably going to go ahead and put the tire they want on these vehicles anyways when they buy it. So we just kind of give something that gives it a little bit of a look, but is a nice road tire. Now, if you look at the grille of this thing, obviously the front of the electric potential vehicle below there doesn't need airflow, right? But the top one's going to need it. As you can see, you see the grille for airflow, but everything about this vehicle looks pretty similar. Now, once again, I'm just saying these are potentials. I do not want to go, I don't want to be speculation train here of like, this is it, no matter what, this is it. Once again, till we know, we do not know. But we have talked previously that we do believe this thing will get a 4-cylinder engine, a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. I do believe they will have a hybrid version, and the cool thing about the hybrid version is it's that extra torque. I think Toyota has found the balance of fuel economy, given us smaller displacement engines because of the environmental impact. Less cylinders means less emissions coming out that tailpipe, and turbo will give you a little bit of that boost, give you that power. And if you add the hybrid, which they're doing in the full-size Tundra, it just gives you even more torque, which I think this truck, I've said it before, if this truck does not at minimum hit 310 horsepower, it's a failure. And I don't mean like the design, because Lord knows Toyota will sell this thing, but I mean it is a failure in the fact that that seems to be, 310 seems to be the benchmark now. Used to be the GM twins were at 307. Nissan went to, as a naturally aspirated engine, went to 310. And if we don't go past that now in the mid-size trucks, or at least there, I don't know. I think you're losing out. And we all know that the current version of this motor, the little 3.5 in it, is kind of a dog, to be honest. So in the comments below, where are you at with this thing? Do you believe that these are the photos of the all-new Tacoma? I have a feeling if not, they're pretty damn close, and that's pretty exciting to me, because I like aggressive-looking vehicles, and at the moment I thought that the GM twins kind of had the headlight battle going on, that they were probably the most aggressive, but this looks pretty damn cool. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or this Tacoma, you're damn sure I'm going to drive. It's been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love you.